Senior Femi, why do you hate me so much?
Hate you? I dislike lousy people and you are lousy.
My name is Mmasinachi Dike, but today, most people know me as Rosalind. I grew up in the busy city of Port Harcourt, just me and my mother, the only family I had left. Life was simple until one decision changed everything. My transfer to Star Groups College. I was in JSS2 at the time. New girl, skinny frame, quiet voice. And from the very first week, I became the target of one boy who made my days a living nightmare. His name was Femi Lawson. Femi was in SS1, taller, older, already full of himself. He never missed a chance to humiliate me.
Who on earth would name a skinny girl Emma?
Who on earth would name a skinny girl Mma? He would laugh. Your name was a mistake. The other students laughed with him, and every time I wished the ground would open up and swallow me whole. Femi punished me for things I didn't do. If I came late to assembly, he would single me out to kneel, even if others came later. Sometimes he gave me 100 naira to buy snacks, but the list he wrote would always add up to 500. Guess who completed the balance with her own lunch fare? Me. I started hating school. My stomach would turn every morning because I knew Femi would be waiting with another punishment, another insult, another way to remind me I didn't belong. One afternoon, after he punished me yet again for being late, my friend Ibiwari whispered, "Mma, you can't keep letting him do this. Ask him why he hates you. At least hear it from his mouth." I gathered courage that day as I knelt on the hot concrete floor. I raised my head and asked, "Senior Femi, why do you hate me so much?" He laughed like I had cracked the funniest joke. "Hate you? I don't need to hate you. I just dislike lousy people, and you are very lousy."
Senior Femi, why do you hate me so much?
Hate you? I dislike lousy people and you are lousy.
That word stayed with me. Lousy. Just like his earlier insults. Skinny. Mistake. I wondered what I had done to deserve it. The day came when I couldn't hold it anymore. On my way home, he body shamed me again, and I broke down. That night, I told my mother I didn't want to continue in that school. I didn't tell her it was because of Femi. But then she saw my tears. She saw my weeks of silence, the hunger strike, and finally, she agreed to transfer me. She drove me herself to school that morning to complete my transfer papers, and that was one of the happiest days of my life because I wouldn't have to deal with Femi ever again. But then, unfortunately, that was the last morning I saw her alive. On our way back, our car collided with a truck. I survived, my mother didn't. In one breath, my only surviving parent was gone. I lost her and I lost everything. That was the day my hatred for Femi Lawson became a wound that would never close.
Senior Femi, I will make you pay for everything. I will make sure you eat all your words.
My name is Rosalind Dyke, the HR executive in Smart Home Investment.
8 years later, the skinny, timid girl called Mma was gone. In her place stood Rosalind Dike, confident, curvy, and stylish. I worked as the HR executive in Smart Homes Investment, and the MD of the company, none other than Femi Lawson. But life is funny. He didn't recognize me. To him, I was just Rosalind, the woman who caught his eye the very first day he saw me. He chased me with everything he had. Flowers on my desk, fake important meetings just to be alone with me. He even joined my gym, moved into my estate, anything just to be close to me. I rejected him over and over, but he didn't stop. And then months later, something changed. He sent me gifts, vacations, proposals. He spoiled me. He became really intentional. He wanted me with everything in him. Finally, I looked him in the eyes and said the one thing he had been dying to hear. I'll be your girlfriend, Femi Lawson. When I said yes to Femi, he thought his life was finally complete. He spoiled me with love, gifts and attention, everything I once wished for as a girl. But he didn't know, every smile I gave him was a mask. Every moment we shared was a step closer to my plan. He flew me across the world, Dubai, Maldives, South Africa. He gave me expensive dresses, wrote me notes like a hopeless romantic. On my 25th birthday, he threw a party that turned heads. And in front of everyone, he went on his knee, holding out a ring. Please marry me, Rosie, he asked. I hesitated, but I accepted. From that moment, he trusted me completely, bought landed properties in my name. He changed his account password to my name. When I questioned him, he laughed. Since you'll be the mother of my children, I can do more. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me in this lifetime. One night he whispered into my ears, Rosie, you are my speck, perfectly built for me. Imagine if I had ended up with a skinny woman, just like one girl in college. Her skinny frame disgusted me. He laughed out loud. He didn't know the woman lying in his arms was the same girl he was mocking. He didn't know his words were knives, reopening old scars. But I smiled because I knew the end was close. The wedding preparations drained millions. Decor, dresses, planners, venue. Nothing was too much for him. He told everyone I was his dream come true. He didn't know I was his nightmare, wearing a beautiful dress. Finally, the wedding day came. Guests arrived, dressed in their finest. Femi walked in, his chest out, his smile bright. The bridesmaids stood ready. The hall waited. But the bride, I never walked in. They waited and waited. Minutes turned into hours. Murmurs filled the room. Femi's smile vanished. Embarrassment drowned him. He called off the wedding and rushed home, praying something terrible hadn't happened to me. He opened the door to my room. Empty. My wardrobe cleared. Drawers bare. Except one thing. A letter. Dear Femi Lawson, by the time you find this letter, I will be long gone. You know me as Roslyn DK, but that is not the whole truth. My real name is Mmasinachi DK. Yes, Femi, I am the same skinny girl you mocked in secondary school. The same girl you punished for no reason. The same girl you laughed at, called a mistake, called lousy. The same girl who cried herself to sleep, who hated waking up for school because of you. You never knew the damage you caused me. You never knew that your cruelty pushed me to beg my mother for a transfer. And you never knew that on that very day, she tried to change my school. She died in a car accident. I survived. She didn't. And I carried that pain alone. But pain has a way of shaping people. I rebuilt myself. I fed my body with the right food. I trained. I grew. I became everything you once said I could never be. And then life brought me back to you. You didn't recognize me. You saw me as Roslyn, the woman of your dreams. You fell in love. You gave me your trust. You placed your wealth, your properties, even your passwords in my hands. You thought you had found heaven, but all you found was a carefully planned revenge. Now everything in my name has been signed off. The houses, the lands, the accounts, all gone. Don't even bother looking for me, Femi Lawson. By the time you start, I will already be far away from this city and far away from you. You once told me I was a mistake, but today, I want you to look in the mirror and see the true reflection of a mistake. You, Femi Lawson. And for the records, I never loved you. Not even for 1 second. You disgust me so much. I only loved the revenge. So congratulations, Femi Lawson. Easton checkmate. Game over. Your enemy, Roslyn Masinachi Dike. After reading the letter, Femi stumbles, shaking his head. No, this can't be true. Roslyn, Mma, how? I loved Roslyn with my life. I loved her so much. And I hated Mma. How could they be the same person? How did I not notice? How? He clutched his chest, pacing the room, tearing at his shirt like a madman. His hands trembled as the letter fell from his grip. He dropped to his knees, pounding the floor. God, what have I done? He cries out loud.
God, what have I done? What have I done?
His sobs filled the empty house. The same house he once called a home with her. His vision blurred. His breath grew shallow. He tried to stand, but his legs failed him. The empire he built, the love he worshipped, the future he dreamed of, gone all in one night. Femi Lawson collapsed on the cold tiles, the echoes of his cries swallowed by silence.
Femi Lawson, it's team checkmate.